.1150 KKNW, Ease Way. I see it no other way. Y'all know the motto. If it's out there, let's talk about it. I'm your host, E-Dawg, alongside my two legendary co-hosts, Mrs.
Tari Free.
And my boy,
Sweeng One, a.k.a. Head Butticus.
And we can't forget about the DJ, man. DJ Hustleman in the building.
Yes, Hustleman in here.
And we got some serious subjects to talk about now. Because the city is getting shut down.
Man, left and right.
We ain't Cali yet.
Terry made a good one to talk about too, because actually Nate did, right? Nathan was talking about the Uber.
Yep.
I mean, that's scary.
Well, you see with Uber, most of those drivers, they're going to the airport and picking people up. That's like, the beehive for all Uber drivers.
Right.
And if people order like Uber Eats, who knows? Maybe they just picked up somebody from the airport.
Man.
Maybe a chance they had the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And then they picked up, your McDonald's or something and brought it to your house. And who knows? Maybe that had the virus on it.
Yeah.
And now you're infected.
Yeah.
Right.
So apparently, Corona stays on fabric for 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah, like 30 minutes. It stays
Really?
On. Yeah. That's why they be saying spray with the Lysol and the
Spray yourself with the
Yeah,
Lysol?
spray yourself.
spray your fabric. So when
Spray
you get
your
off the
clothes.
plane, you're supposed to spray your bags down and take
interesting.
your clothes off, throw them in the washer. You ain't supposed to sit on your couch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right away as soon as you get in the door.
Because you're
Yeah.
infected.
This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, they also, in counter to that, and that makes sense with Uber Eats and things like that, they are doing it's like, I don't know what it's called. But where you don't have to actually make contact with the driver. They'll actually deliver it. I think it's doorstep service or something to that effect, where you just, they'll drop it off like they're UPS, but it's food. They'll just drop it at the door and then let you know that it's there, so you don't even have to come in any kind of contact. But still, like you stated, it's been transferred, right?
Yeah.
It's been transferred.
Just cook food at home.
In Phoenix,
Right.
just cook at home.
like
real.
Denny's is delivering, and they're not charging. You know what I'm saying? You just
deliver.
call Denny's themselves, and they deliver it.
But still,
Denny's.
it's still that panic of somebody touching your food and you not knowing,
Yeah.
or just the counter. Where they put the food up there waiting on you, the guy to come pick it up or the guy to go out with it. I don't even want no pizza. I don't want none of that. Just cook, like you said.
at
Just
home.
cook at home.
Just cook
Right.
at home.
But
Right.
you got to get the food from the grocery store.
You should have been had it.
We done already touched it. That's in the package.
Everybody touched it. How
Hey.
you think it got in the package?
But then
Wash it off.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
Wash it off.
Well, you got to be like you. You got to come in here with Spider-Man clothes.
Hey, man. Peanut
Never
butter,
can be too careful.
peanut butter and jelly is back
So
in style.
for the record, the thing they keep running around saying black people can't catch it is a lie.
Yeah,
I
that's a lie.
heard that.
They
One of
can
my
catch it.
coworkers
That's
said
a
that.
lie.
The NBA caught it.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I
Yeah.
seen one laying up.
Oh, yeah, they do. Doesn't Kevin Hart have it? I thought I saw that
Idris
Kevin
Elba.
Hart.
Kevin Hart got it?
Idris Elba
Yeah,
has it, yes.
What trips me out real quick before you get into that is all these celebrities that's joking about it.
And have it, though.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Who's, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy.
They say everybody in Washington got a trace of it.
Yeah, we all got it.
But I have relatives over in Eastern Washington, and the Tri-Cities got their first case, their very first case. Okay, they're Washington, but got their very first case just the other day.
Man.
Yeah.
But the other thing too that's been noted about this virus is the fact that heat can kill it, right?
That's
Yeah,
what they
yeah.
say.
Yeah.
That's what they say. And I got a video from a friend who sent it to me, all the science, and I hate science.
Where's
but
the heat at? We don't have it.
but that's the reason
Phoenix.
why.
That's
So
where I
they,
just
if
came
you
from.
on a map, I saw it on the news in a map. They showed, they always give the updates, and Washington and New York, right, are the two most have the highest number of cases. Well, if you think about it, we're especially here in the Northwest. It's very hot. It's very humid. It's wet. It's cold. We don't get hot until dang near August or September, right? Really, really good hot heat. Whereas in Eastern Washington, they have 4 very, very distinct seasons. So right now, their spring, they're much hotter than us. You can literally drive through Ellensburg and be all cool, cold here, and then get through Ellensburg and head over to the Tri-Cities, and you're like 60, 70 degrees, 80 degrees.
It's hot
now.
over there.
It's hot, and it's dry. It's dry, so there's nothing.
So they don't have it over there?
One case.
One case?
Oh.
And it just came.
One.
China just cleared everybody.
Yes, I saw
So
that.
why is it taking so long?
Because we behind them.
I
We
think
like 10 days behind everybody else.
Man.
And they're not giving us
Yeah.
game. They're not telling us how they cleared
No.
it.
But I think what happens
I don't
is
think they cleared it.
I think that it's not a bad idea and to actually shut down for a strong
weeks.
shutdown for a period of time. I'm not talking 8 weeks, but let's really shut it down for 2 solid weeks. You have your gas stations, yes, your grocery stores keep essential to a certain, but also you have to limit that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I'm seeing is that they're talking about social distancing. Well, when everybody's outside and you're at a park, how do you socially distance? You can't
Right.
play hacky. Well, you could hacky sack, but I mean,
How you social distance when you standing in line at Costco and
right?
somebody sneeze on you?
But sneezing isn't necessarily one of those. It's your respiratory. It's very respiratory, and it's I guess the big sign is fever. If you spike a fever to 103 right away, and then you keep that and you can't get rid of it, then that's a sure sign. They say.
So the fever is the big tip.
The
off.
big
right.
tip
Or the
off.
chest pains.
Yes.
Breathing
Fever,
bad. or
yep.
Chest
With
pains.
your
This
shortness of breath.
I seen this dude go through this little coronavirus. I guess it was a stop where they were checking you. You can drive through them, and they put this thing up his nose. He said it hurt, but it was worth it.
Right.
He said it was. I mean, what's wrong?
Son.
Oh, yeah.
can't
We
see.
need that. What you mean?
That's
It
good.
wasn't even me. You're all over me, son.
Light-skinned dude complaining about the sun.
He
Hey,
from
man.
Louisiana too.
Hey.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
I didn't say
got
the
that
heat.
swamp heat.
The sun
Sun
was
is-
in my
I know,
face.
yes.
It ain't the heat.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
No.
But I think what's interesting too is how it's truly now affecting. We've had a little bit of time with businesses, small businesses,
Yeah.
bars and things like that. I have good friends.
Barbershops
Yeah,
closed.
barbershops.
I think they closed.
Yeah, they are. And now you can't do any kind of surgery,
Yeah.
elective surgery. You can't go to the dentist. You can't do any of that now.
Well, I've heard that a couple bars are still open.
Well,
Yeah.
I ain't
Probably.
seen one.
I seen one.
Are you thinking maybe a brewery?
No, bar.
Yeah, that might be.
Bar.
A bar. Some of them
I did
still
see
open.
something on the
But-
news about some bars open.
Yeah,
in
they might not
Alki.
be
Here?
open.
Alki.
Yeah, they might not be open at night, but
Yeah.
they open right now. They open. in
yeah,
the
because
daytime.
all restaurants and everything are supposed to be. You can't
Yeah.
go sit in. You can't go sit in. You have to have,
I
limited
seen some
hours.
open, but I seen the people sitting outside.
Yeah,
eating.
they can't
They
go
talk
in.
about
probably.
that too. They talk about you're not supposed to gather. So
The
how
women
does
can't
it-
get their nails done.
Yeah, ooh.
They gotta
I
do
I
don't
them
think
even
outside.
talk to me
everybody
about
ignored
that.
that when the sun came out because
Yeah.
I've seen everybody out in short suits.
Coolon was packed.
The
Was
top,
it?
the top, drop
Social
tops was out.
distance.
I'm surprised I didn't see E-Dawg.
Man, you don't see me nowhere.
Put a drop top out.
Some of them drops. You still got your drop?
Got it.
No, I got rid of it because it had Louis Vuitton all over it, and I looked like I was advertising.
Wow.
It's back in style now.
No, I bought a Skylark drop from my boy, and I was driving around, and every time, and this ain't no racial throw, but every time I pulled up next to any Koreans or anybody, they were fascinated. I even let them take pictures by it and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm being real
But,
right now.
but yeah,
They were loving that car. I bet you I could have sold it to them
It up.
way more money. But they were just like, oh. Then it's 2 ladies took a picture by it. I didn't get the top. I had the top in the trunk. It was brand new. It was Louis Vuitton too. I was like, oh, that's gonna take a day. And then my dude, he messed it up in the shop, scratched the hood, and split one of the L's, the Louis. And so I sold it to a dude that was going crazy about wanting to buy this car. So I sold it to him. And I didn't even know because I didn't thoroughly go through the car. I thought I did.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he was like, yeah, you got the paperwork, the
Title
actual, not the
and-
title, but the registration.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, yeah, I got the registration. And then I went to get the registration in the glove box, and the glove box door was there, but the rest of it was gone. And I was like, nah, I ain't got the
Oh my.
But no glove box. It just went straight through. You can see the wires and everything. I shut
Old
it
school.
before he seen it. And then, but yeah, then he sold it to somebody. Then they wrapped it in all gold, like shiny gold. And I seen it go by me, and I was just like, oh my God, they just messing this car
Yeah.
up. It's a classic. If it got stripped down, you had the money to put it back together the right way, it would have been a good car, 30,000, 40,000.
Dope.
Nice.
That's dope.
Real
So
tough.
back to the coronavirus.
Back to-
Side note.
Let's
So
talk
everybody-
about these kids being out of school
Right?
for too long.
Man, my baby out of school for my soldiers out of school for 6 weeks.
Yeah,
That's too long. They done forgot everything.
Right? They don't even care.
They don't know
Well, it
nothing.
depends upon the school district because my two 16-year-olds, they get homework. I get texts.
We don't
That-
get nothing.
I mean, and here's the unfortunate part about that is that not every school district has the enough money to supply
The
all their
laptops.
kids with the like my kids have Chromebooks and and I can go to just Federal Way and they're doing packets.
Yeah.
And those kids don't even have all the packets yet.
Well, my son has in the Renton district. He got
Chromebook?
Chromebooks.
Yeah.
But they haven't been having them do. They just have them turn in stuff that was supposed to be done already.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no,
So
I
what
get
what they trying to say is every kid is not having internet access.
right.
So that's
and,
the problem.
And some school districts are like are opening for as a resource for that. It depends, but they are serving breakfast and lunch. I know that because a lot of the kids that go to elementary and middle school and high school, that's their only means of some kind of food throughout the
Yeah.
day.
Oh, wow.
That's bad.
Isn't that crazy?
That's deep, though.
Yeah,
No,
you
but it's
remember that?
true.
Hungry at school.
Yeah, but
That's
I remember there
Yeah, I
was
remember that.
resources where you go play at the gym. The gym you played at, they served the kids,
Late
you know,
night.
sack
late
lunch. No, throughout the day. Where if you
Yeah.
come at 3:00, they open the whole thing and they have hot foods and real food.
Yeah.
Because it was special programs and they were in low neighborhood income spots. But yeah, me and my boy Maurice from High Performance was talking about that.
There's a lot of people doing it now.
I heard for free.
Yeah, for free. Like
Yeah.
Def Chef is doing it.
That's what I seen.
Let's shout them out.
Church by the side of the
Yeah.
road is doing it out
Where's
in
Def?
Tukwila.
Yeah.
Where can they go
Let's
to
shout
get
'em
Def
out.
Chef?
Look him up.
Okay, look them out.
He
Yeah,
don't
let's
want to
shout
shout
him
him
out.
out. The hot dog man
Yeah.
is trying to
The-
come to me.
Nah, don't serve them hot dogs.
Ain't nothing
Say
wrong
that.
with hot dogs. They all beef.
But what's difficult about that, like the school district, in fact, like Auburn School District, they not only have it at the schools, but some buses will go and deliver at certain bus stops.
Yeah.
Which is amazing to me.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, no
Breakfast
doubt.
and lunch, but yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, Sweeng, your guest is called in. Our guest is
yeah.
called in.
Yeah.
You know,
Chukundi Salisbury.
Chukundi, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was sitting there thinking about
What up, Con?
talking. I was sitting at home thinking about, man, Kun calling today, and we call him Kun, because he's been a part of the community forever,
long
right?
time.
And he's the reason why we've had some successful places that artists can go and grow. So, I was just happy to find out that somebody that I know or can touch is actually running for this position.
Yes, that's awesome.
It is, right?
Right, because I've been knowing you forever.
Speak on it.
Oh my
It's pretty exciting, man. Because and not to knock anybody else, but it is exciting to have somebody that's from here, grew up here, is integrated into all parts of this community, and can really speak to our hopes and dreams and challenges, and in a real way. And it's not just like talk, right? It's something that you saw. That's the best part about this whole campaign thing is that. Everybody, a lot of people, not everybody. We got a lot of new people that have moved to Seattle, but a lot of people in this district, especially in our, this neighborhood, have like a personal experience that, they could tell you a story about something that I did or I was a part of, and it's authentic,
So,
And
Kun,
so that's a good thing.
So, Kun, if you could kind of do a little bit, really explain, because some people may not know that are listening. What are you running for? Give us, what position is it? What area does it cover? A little bit of what motivated you to do that?
Well, let me take it from the top.
Yes,
so,
please.
So my real name for everybody listening is Chukundi Salisbury, and that's CHUKUNDI. You can learn a lot about me at Chukundi.com. So in case you drop the donut in the car while you're listening or whatever, you can tune into my website, right? So I am in fact running for the 37th District State Representative, right? Position number 2. Okay. And so in our community, in this district, we have in the 37th District basically is from for us, so I just say it's from the CD all the way to North Renton, and from Beacon Hill all the way to Lake Washington.
Oh,
right. And
yes.
so it's a pretty basically it's our whole traditional neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now some people would say that the CD does extend to like Aloha, right? It includes like Miller and Meany and in that area, but this is Madison Avenue all the way down to like North Renton, everything north of basically 405 in downtown Renton. So that's like the Landing, all of that,
really?
Bowling down there. Yeah, so it's
nice.
this whole piece. Skyway, Bryn Mawr, Rainier Beach.
Ain't it some parts of Tukwila too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, it dips into Tukwila, but just kind of like the north. It doesn't go down into what you would traditionally think of Tukwila, like Tukwila Community Center and all of that.
Right.
It's on the other side of that. So, so it's a pretty big district. And as you guys know, it's probably one of the most diverse, the last diverse district that we really have as gentrification marches on. So that's the district. The position I'm running for is state representative, position number 2. And so every district has 2 legislative representatives. Our district has 2. The other person that's in one now is a woman named Sharon Tomiko Santos. And the person that's in the position that I'm going to be getting is a person named Eric Pettigrew. And he is, in fact, retiring. He's moving on to the NHL. So this is going to be an open seat.
Nice.
And then so on that side of and that's in the House, if you will, the state House, and then in the state Senate, right? Because our state government is just like the national government, but on a smaller scale. And so we have a Senate, and so we have a senator that's also from the 37th district, and that's a woman by the name of Rebecca Saldana, right? And so that's our contingent that goes off to Olympia and helps write bills and bring money back to our district and fight for things that we would want to see that can be addressed on a state level. So this is not the position that, like, you got a pothole out in front of your house, and you was riding up MLK, and your rim hit a pothole, and you got to crack the rim, and you try to charge away. That's the city, right? And it's not the county, but so this is the state
level. So you're looking at education, you're looking at healthcare, you're looking at everything from that level that would affect your district in a small.
Well, and also really, it also affects those. So when it comes to particular bills and laws, we're thinking about things that will affect the entire state.
Okay.
Right. So a good way to think about it is one of the bills that just passed. Like, so to our listeners on this show, one of the things that just passed that was really important, and thank you to our current representatives for pushing that forward. Representative Melody, it's gonna be bad, I forgot her last name, but she sponsored a bill to end discrimination around your hairstyle. People
yes,
of
I
color,
saw that.
Oh, that's deep.
have traditionally been, so right before this bill passed, you can go try to apply for a job, Microsoft, wherever. You had your dreads, and they can legitimately say,
because of your hair.
We're not going to hire you because of your hairstyle.
That's bad.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so that's a law, right? And since there was no law against it, they can do that, right?
Yes.
And so that's a state level law that affects everybody, but it really drills down to our community, right? And I would suspect, and I'm not hating or anything, but I would suspect there's not a lot of hair discrimination in Grant County. or
Right.
Yeah.
But
right?
I remember that because it's a classification. It's now an untouchable classification, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yes.
so that's like an example of a state level law that you need a lawmaker, right, to be able to put forth that kind of law. The other thing that a lawmaker would do for us in this particular district is we would fight for, at a state level, funds to come back to our district, right? There's a capital improvement budget. Like, for example, something that's really big right now is the old SBI building.
Yes.
Right? What are we going to do with that? So at a state level, we need state money to be able to come in there and rehab that building. We're not going to be able to, to be able to do that just on a local level. It's like a $50 million project. So where do we get the money to do that from?
Right.
And, somebody has to be in Olympia fighting for that money as the budget comes down, right? And so that's kind of, so those are examples of what a state legislator would do. On a high level, we're, working on different laws and policy that affect, our community, but also the entire state. But then also you're in the trenches and you're kind of going back and forth about the budgets and how things move forward. You're fighting for your district and trying to bring resources and jobs and things back to your district.
Man, that's lovely. That's lovely, man. Honestly, like I didn't even know. I knew that you come from a family of like smart, real smart, intelligent people that
Activists.
always had something to do with the community.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep, always.
So
Right.
it's good to know that. And then I know recently you were, or I don't know if you're still doing it, but you was working with the is the Parks Department or something like that.
Yeah.
And are you still?
What's funny about that, man, is a lot of people, I've been living like this triple life for all of these years, right?
Big party, man.
And so I've been working for the Parks Department for the city of Seattle for 23 years.
I remember that.
So,
Yeah.
Supervisor now, right?
Yeah,
I'm
got
a manager now, right?
Yeah.
But what's so funny about that is, like, to this day, I might run into cash right there, call my phone, and, they waking up at 11 noon, come on, let's go get breakfast. And I'm like, bro, I'm at work.
So I was going to ask.
Or they'll say, the funny story I like to tell, man, is I remember, like, so, I ran a large program, so I'll report out to city council on whatever we're working on, right? So oftentimes I'll be downtown, at City Hall, and I'm reporting out on my programs or the capital improvement budget or the state of parks or whatever, right? But I'm in a suit, and I'm with all of these other people, and usually I'm the only black person, right? And I'm accompanied with a lot of people, a lot of white people sometimes, right? And so we'll come into City Hall, and I'll see some brothers across the street at the courthouse. And they're like, "Come, what up, dog? They got you out here?" And I'm like, and I'm doing the little next guy, like, nah.
You have to be the professional guy, huh?
And I'm like, no, I go to work every day. I know I was at the club with you last night at 2.
Can you tell us about the program you was running for the city?
I mean, I'm still running it, in fact.
So that's still.
You go to my Instagram. So I run this program called the Youth Green Corps.
Yeah.
And so I got and that's one of the things I want to do at a state level, right? Is I want to be able to make it easier for us to take capital dollars, right, and be able to use those capital improvement dollars to be able to employ people locally, especially young people from our community, right? And so I've done that on a micro level in my own program. I created this program called the Youth Green Corps. You can look it up on Facebook and everything. And so what I've done is we take the CIP, capital improvement dollars, right? And we're supposed to be planting trees with that, or we're supposed to be doing trail work with that. And what I've done is go out, instead of hiring a contractor, because I'm like a project manager, instead of hiring a contractor to do that work, I went out and recruited 10 young people from the community, and we're going to trade them to do the work, right?
That's dope.
And,
amazing.
and this is a dope program. Like, we employing people, people are getting skills, but it's difficult because the money's not for young people, right? Even though we all know that we're trying to help, youth from our community. But the money's really so if you got $10,000 to plant some trees, for example, right? So say you got a budget of $10,000 to plant some trees, you would go out and you hire a contractor and you say, hey, here's $10,000 and the trees are over there and get it done, right? And in this particular case, instead of me paying a contractor, I'm riding around the hood and I pick up 10 kids and I'm like, yo, come with me.
I got a stipend for you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna teach you how to plant these trees, right? But if we were supposed to plant 1,000 trees or 100 trees or whatever, we can't just plant, 50 of them and be like, here you go. Because the money wasn't for youth jobs. The money is for the trees, right? So that particular program, I've been doing it for a lot of years, and I'm really proud of the fact that a lot of young people from that program are still working with the city. So my eventual goal was to get them a job with the city, and they're working on that. And so it's a good look.
That's amazing. You were talking about capital improvement money coming from the state. I have a senator over in Federal Way. Senator Wilson. And my licensed child care club of the Boys and Girls Club in Federal Way, It got some of that money for the roof and for new floors. So I get that. And she has been amazing. She as far as for that district out there, because she came from, she was an educator for years, and sat on the school board, and so so kids are her passion. And, we're talking a lot of money. Capital improvement. I mean, like you said, there's a building here that needs to be, redone. And that's a lot of people, you can't just do a fundraiser for that. So,
we're not going to do a GoFundMe. Right?
Yeah, you can't. But, and I think that what I learned from it is the fact that I didn't even know that the state of Washington, that you could go up there and have, state resources given to you as a nonprofit or whatever the case may be, until she brought it to my front door and said, hey, here you go. Here's $320,000. And I was like,
well, right.
Yeah, 300. Because if you know anything about construction, doing a roof, brand new, everything, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
And then the way they negotiate it too, because if you deal with vendors, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Tell us real quick before we go, man, tell us how people get involved. I know you said the Chukundi.com. What's your Facebook, your IGs, your social media? What's all that stuff?
They can find me on all platforms: Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Chukundi, Chukundi. That's CHUKUNDI.com as well, right? And so, and everything is right there. I'm the only Chukundi in the state, so other than my son, there you go.
Con Jr., real quick, Con, what can we do as a community to help your campaign right now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what I need people to do, if you're with me, what I want you to do is one, go on my website and give some money, right? And again, I really want, donate, but I want people to be clear, right? That even $5 makes a difference, because in politics, that the way that political circles, they're not looking at likes and shares. They're looking at how many people donated to your campaign. And so if we can have the most donations, even if we don't have the most money, that really shows the political establishment, people is with him. So go onto the site, donate $5, donate $10. I mean, we still take 100, but donate something to put your name.
Give it up.
To put your name on the roster, I'm with Chukundi, right? The other thing that we need people to do is really identify people that live in the district, right? So even if you live in Federal Way now, or Covington, or you're in Linwood, remember, who do we got in the CD, in the South End, or Beacon Hill, where we can put a yard sign, and then who votes in the district? So, make a list of those people and encourage them. Say, hey, I don't live there right there anymore, but, when I did, this is who I would vote for, and I need you to vote for my man, right? Because, and really speak to my, what I really do, not just this is the plug. You know what I mean?
Best DJ around.
Yeah.
Vote for Con. Exclusive.
Because, I mean, that's so serious because I got a lot of support from around the state. You know, like they know me on the hilltop, everywhere.
Right.
But only people in the district can vote for me.
Yeah.
Got you.
Right.
Oh, wow,
So
I didn't know that.
other thing, so then the last thing people can do if you live in the district, right, if you're in one of those places that we talked about, really everybody listening should go to the State of Washington website and check they voter registration right now. Check their address. Make sure that they're going to get their ballot in the mail. You know how many people say, oh, yeah, I'm going to vote, and then they get to the house and the ballot never came because their address was wrong or whatever, right? So we need all of our people to make sure that their address is right, and then when they get that ballot in the mail July 17th, they fill it out, Chukundi, and they send it in, no stamp needed. Let's do it.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it, Chukundi, man. Hey, we going to be there if you celebrate, which I know you will.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Excited for you. Congratulations.
Real talk.
Easeway Radio is Team Chukundi.
Yes,
sir.
we
go.
are.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank everybody for listening. Man, I love y'all. Keep representing the culture and keep pushing it forward.
You
Thank
too,
Of
man.
course.
You too.
Good luck.
That's what I'm talking
So,
about.
like my man said, if you're in the 37th district, vote for Chukundi Salisbury.
Yes. Do.
Get him in there. Get him
And
in there.
Don't type it in like that, though.
Salisbury. It's pronounced Salisbury, but it's Salisbury.
Salisbury.
So, man, I
Yeah.
got to give my sponsor a little props, man.
Them
I
up.
gave Sweeng One the information, but he's so slow right now.
Oh, you
Man, I'm getting about 50,000
you
texts.
coulda
So
sent it
slow.
to your boy.
Right?
You should have sent it to him.
Coulda
He
sent it to
chilling.
your boy.
So, like I said, man, I use a personal detail guy. A lot of detail shops are closed right now.
Oh, yeah.
And or they're not affordable. I didn't went to places they talking about $150 to just
Too
do the
much.
carpet and just clean the car. I'm like, hey, bro, it's raining.
Right?
I can't do that. And sometimes you want to get the filth off your car because it's raining.
Right.
Right? And it keeps getting nastier and nastier. Your rims clot up and all stuff like that. So I'm talking about my boy Cal and his dog, Spot. Located in the Maple Valley.
Why
If
you
you
pointing
go
at
in
me when you
there,
say
if you go in there and you say Easeway Radio
I'm like,
sent
are you Spot?
right?
Right? What kind of?
If you go in there and say Easeway Records, Easeway Records,
Oh.
Easeway
Look
Plug.
at
Shameless
that.
plugs.
Radio sent you get 10% off basic wash, 20% off of full detail. You got the address?
Yes. No.
What's the address?
The
What's that?
address is,
Swing? Come on
Look
now,
at
Swing.
that. Ooh.
if you're listening, is
Come on now.
W. No, I'm just okay.
Come on, be that KG professional.
I got you. The address is you cut the address off.
See?
I can't even
I
read.
did. He didn't click on it. The address is 23312 Maple Valley, Black Diamond
Yeah,
Road,
he
Southeast, Suite C, Maple Valley, Washington, y'all. 23312 Maple Valley, Black Diamond Road. Go in there and get your car clean. Get your car clean,
Go
too.
get it. I need it clean.
Real talk. I know
do.
y'all need your car clean.
Yeah.
Could you say the address one more time?
Huh? The address? No, you want to make me go back into my phone. But anyway, man, yeah, check out Cal and his dog Spot, man. He do a real good job.
I'm gonna get my car clean with the check that I get
From
December
sitting?
check.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sitting.
Cool.
No, that's
For clapping, for
The
clapping.
check that's coming in the mail
So
that
you-
everybody's about to get.
Oh, that's right.
The
I heard about
$1,200.
that.
$1,200 check.
But
Wait, I got a
there's
baby. I get 500.
Got to
extra.
close the deal first.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna have
they-
stipulations to it.
There are stipulations
So
because if you're a married couple, because they do it by if you on your tax return.
What are you guys talking about? The refund?
stimulus
Stimulus
check.
Stipend.
check.
We're gonna talk about that. Hold
Yeah.
on. 'Cause
Oh.
I was talking about that today because we gotta find out how you gonna get it, right?
Your address.
Your
Social
address
Security
is gonna
number.
do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Social
And
Security
your
number.
tax return.
Tax return, yeah.
But we'll come back
So you
and talk
gotta file
about
your
that.
taxes.
Okay.
We'll come back and talk about that. So
Yeah.
on this show, we said that we wasn't gonna play a lot of artists, right?
Yeah.
Because and I mean the thing is the music has to match the
You did
vibe
say
that
that.
we
You
trying to
said that.
give. It's really a talk show,
Yeah.
right? But we will present some music and talk about some entertainment
So
at times.
we're gonna play some music today?
We're gonna play some. We're gonna play some music. The
You
first
wouldn't
song
let
we're
me play
gonna
my
play,
cousin Pookie them.
Pookie.
Pookie them.
Oh man,
You
come
told
on
me that's my
now.
baby mama.
So,
Drop it, drop it, drop it.
New
like-
Crew is the artist. He's from Liberia. I've been knowing him. He's been producing.
Okay.
He finally just came back to his roots and was like, "Yo, I want to do my cultural music." And I said, "Yo, that'd be cool." And so we're gonna check his record out. It's more global sound than
Okay.
anything. And then later on, before we end the show, we're gonna play another artist by the name of. Oh, he's sleep. What's the name of the artist that you were gonna play?
Oh.
Money Making Prince.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
These guys
What
are
you here
more,
for, to help
these
a
guys
lady?
are more on
I didn't-
social media
no,
than anything.
I didn't know if you wanted to play him or not, so I just.
We're gonna
So
play
he
him at
was
the end of the
just-
show.
Other guy.
Hey,
Okay, yeah,
we
okay.
can
Shout out to
Okay,
Making-
we got it.
Money
Shout out
Making
to Money
Prince.
Making Prince out there. If you
doubt.
listen it up.
So
you
right
know.
now we gonna get into this record, man, by New Crew. What is it called, Nathan?
If it's love.
If It's Love, right here on
Is this like a
1150
slow jam?
KKNW.
Are we
You got
gonna
it.
do a
Ease
slow
way.
jam? Or are we gonna do a? Oh.
New crew, yeah, yeah. Sha sha, baby. You the one that I see in the morning when the sun comes up. You the one that I see in the evening when the sun goes down. You the beat that I feel in my body, make my heart go boom boom. You the song that I sing in my room when I'm all alone. I'm not one, baby, I'm not one now. Waiting vain for you, in vain for your loving. No, I'm not one, baby, I'm not one now. Waiting vain for you, in vain for your loving. 'Cause if it's love, then it can be wrong. You know it can be wrong. Said if it's love, you know the feeling's wrong. 'Cause if it's love, then it can be wrong. Said if it's love, you know the feeling's wrong. I said, my life, you all like, you all, you. Fine girl like, you all like, you all, you. My life, you all like, you all, you. Fine girl like, you all like, you all,
Boy, you blew my mind. And I know you want me, 'cause you tell me all the time. Boy, I gotta be careful, 'cause I don't wanna waste my time. Waste my time, no. If you wanna rub me, boy, you gotta rub me right. You gotta do it right. I'm talking to you, Boy, I know that you want me. I know that you heard about Shasha. And I think that I like you. But there is something about you.
I'm not one, baby, I'm not one now. Waiting vain for you, in vain for your loving. No, I'm not one, baby, I'm not one now. Waiting vain for you, in vain for your loving. 'Cause if it's love, then it can be wrong. Said if it's love, you know the feeling's wrong. 'Cause if it's love, then it can be wrong. Said if it's love, you know the feeling's wrong. I said, my life, you all like, you all, you. Fine girl like, you all like, you all, you. My life, you all like, you all, you. Fine girl like, you all like, you all.
Yeah. That was New Crew. Y'all go check them out, man.
That.
Yeah, that was nice.
You know,
cool. That's
a little
beautiful.
different vibe. We need to hear
That's
some
beautiful.
positive music
Beautiful.
right now.
Yeah.
Go
course.
check out New Crew, man. Go check him out. The name is spelled Nukru. Nukru. So, Tari,
Yes. So, I shared actually a post because with this shutdown and the restaurants and things like that, it actually touches me at home because I have really good friends who not only own, but I have family that works at a restaurant. They're bartenders and waiters and waitresses, et cetera, and owners. So you saw that I posted. Most restaurants are trying to really promote their own, takeout. You can come in or pick up, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And then, with the different delivery services, some of the restaurants are actually, delivering the food themselves. But anyway, so I posted for a really good friend of mine who's in it's called JP's Tap Room and Grill. I'm going to give it a shameless plug. Anyway, they're in Kent. plug. They actually have one too in Federal Way. They just opened it. Actually, he's got and the original JP's was in downtown Renton.
So people are familiar with this place.
Yes. So JP's Tap Room and Grill in Kent was JP's first real like restaurant style, as opposed to just your typical bar, right?
Yeah.
It's done. I mean, talk about, remember the show Cheers? I don't know if you have a regular.
You wanna go.
Yeah. So this is
Not like that though.
That's not good.
But he has made this restaurant be that place for the Kent area, Kent Auburn area. So anyway, obviously they shut down. They had to figure things out within 24 to 48 hours, lay off their staff, things like that. So I think what really got me is that I called my son because he's one of their bartenders.
Oh, your
there.
son worked for him.
Yes, my son worked for him. So I immediately called along with his sisters and, because that's his main source of income. And I don't know if a lot of people know, but not only small businesses, but, that service industry doesn't necessarily have health benefits. They don't necessarily have any kind of vacation or sick pay, right?
Oh, wow.
Because they really don't, because of the type of work they do. It's never considered really full time because there's already limited hours. Some don't even open until like 11 o'clock, and it just kind of depends. So obviously, as a concerned mom, even though he's grown man.
Grown as a man.
Grown as a man.
Almost big.
Sorry.
You just snort.
Wow.
He's snorting.
So,
No, that was
quick, I don't
hustling.
want to cut in on it, but what I'm hearing is, first of all, they can't deliver the alcohol.
Right, they can't.
So he's really asked.
So he's exactly, because usually
he's asked that.
bartenders, so I think what we've noticed on Facebook, what I've started to do, and I shared it on my page and everything like that, is in order, you hear it all the time, stay local. If you're going to go out, keep going to your local. I mean, yeah, there's your national chains. I get it. Your national chains. You guys know who they are. But truly your small business type restaurants like your JP's or, whatever. Melrose, that they actually, which I don't know if anybody knows.
Your flight path.
Yeah, Melrose, like they're delivering, really, and that their food is really wonderful too.
See, if people wasn't so scared up here, they'd be like in Louisiana. We sell plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, plates.
Right.
Where's this guy been on? What
Sell
rock he been
plates.
on?
They ain't selling plates up here, man.
Man, we
I
sell
sell
plates.
plates.
You do.
I sell
One
plates for hot
person.
dogs.
Look, he
Yeah.
really wants you to bring a plate, like
No.
in a plate, and drive it around.
Where's your food? Let's see. On the
But-
plate.
Do that.
Right. But I guess what I want to, want everybody to realize is when we ask you to really support your local restaurants, that then do. Like, you're always going to have, your national level restaurants that have a little bit more support, but those privately owned restaurants and bars and things like that, especially, that serve food and they say they deliver, still do that, at least maybe once or twice a week. And I have a tendency to, I know we're all tight for money and everything like that, but just think about it, grab a lunch plate, whatever. I say plate, but that's good food and it supports. It keeps them employed. It keeps one less person out of the unemployment line and having to wait on hold for unemployment, which even though they say they're not going to have, Governor Inslee said, oh, no, you're not going to have to wait a week. You know that all the lines are flooded right now. They really, really are. So that was...
Sweeng was talking about, that's crazy because it hit home for you.
And not only that, is that I actually know JP. Like, I
But
know...
you know JP, but you act
that's
like
my
your son...
child.
Yeah, how is he going to continue to, take care of his bills and stuff like
Right.
that? Mommy! But
And he,
Sweeng- Sweeng was talking about traveling. He just came
Oh,
in
yeah.
From Arizona.
Right.
You
So
said people
speaking
were
of,
in NASA suits?
speaking of being scared of the airports, yeah, it was a couple of people in the whole suits, you know what I'm saying? But I can say the airport was like the cleanest place I had been since the Corona breakout. Because every time I got off the plane, they were scrubbing the plane, scrubbing the seats, scrubbing
Yes.
the bathrooms. They're not
They should have
playing.
been doing that.
Really.
They
from the
should have.
beginning.
They say that, right? Yeah.
But it wasn't out of pocket. People was calling me like, "What you doing traveling? And you at a casino?"
Oh, the casino was open?
Yeah.
You went to the casino?
What?
Yeah, this was before it got bad. So I went
So
there.
your gambling problems is real.
First of all,
we gonna have to
first
do
of all,
intervention because
first of all, I
COVID,
wasn't gambling.
He had
we
all
out here,
the
people
seats.
dying across the world, and this
And he
dude.
over here
First
in
of
the
all, I
casino.
wasn't
Casino.
gambling. I was there for the all you can eat. I was there for the buffet.
That's worse.
That's what.
Nah, it was before. So look, there's only like 8 cases in Phoenix. Okay,
Dry desert heat.
8. And the reason they're shutting down now is like preventative
What'd
maintenance.
you go
Right.
for? You went
I
there
just
to
went
eat.
because I didn't want to sit here in the house.
No, for real. You went to Phoenix to eat.
No, I went with my kids. They wanted
Swing
to
was
go. We went.
online dancing. You know how everybody doing the little TikTok dancing?
Was
with
I
the
getting
kids?
it? Was
Did
I
you see
getting it?
Swing was getting it. Yeah,
swear.
yeah, he got it.
Hey, I swear.
Shout out to my baby Tasia. What's up?
Yeah, there you go.
But
That's your daughter.
Yeah.
Shameless plug. No.
Shameless plugs.
what's interesting that you bring up casinos, because when Governor, let's be real, casinos, do they really sanitize?
I don't think
No.
so.
They was.
But
Yes, they
no,
was.
no. But but the thing is, what's interesting is, and I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, especially us. But when Governor Inslee said close down everything, the tribal industry and the casinos
They
were
didn't
not
wanna do
part
it.
of it.
No.
they didn't have to
Yeah.
because they're tribal.
Right.
Wow. So
yeah.
So
Reservation.
only publicly owned,
that's just being.
businesses.
But to me, that's just being selfish and greedy.
I agree.
Real talk. I'm
I
not trying to
agree.
disrespect.
Absolutely.
We're not saying
Yeah.
which tribe. I'm just saying,
It is.
you
Yeah.
know, it should been like,
Shut
hey,
down.
our peoples can get infected too. There ain't no ain't no racists
Right.
now.
No,
Right.
We cleared that out. It ain't
But it
like
can't live in the heat. Let them rock.
no,
you
don't
keep-
do that.
Don't
Don't do that because you're
In
promoting
Phoenix.
that people should go to
In Phoenix.
the casino. And I really think, look, that little you ain't gonna be able to spend that little slot
Yeah.
machine money if you win.
You saving
if you
money.
out there
Right.
coughing it up.
Save
Well, and
your
it's
money.
not essential. It's not essential.
Yeah.
It's not
It
essential.
doesn't have a certain type of person.
But that's how they eat.
No, I get
They
that.
shut the
but
casino
nobody
down, they
else
don't
is
eat.
worth.
Oh, that is not
This
true.
is
There's
the
not
nothing to
eat.
gamble
That
on
is
right now.
not true.
There's nothing to gamble on right now.
That
no
is not
sports,
true.
No nothing.
Right, there isn't.
You
See,
saving
this is
money.
how I know we need an intervention.
Y'all just
for
selfish.
him.
Y'all just
Because
selfish.
he's really worried about the casino closing down because he wants to go pull on the knob and win some money.
What if they shut the weed stores down?
Oh no, we can't.
They
do
haven't
that.
done that.
Huh? What if they
They
do it though?
No, we
It's
can't
the
do
proper
that.
the proper word.
They're not
is,
essential
The proper
either.
word on commercial is marijuana.
Marijuana.
Thank you. These guys over here talking, what about the blunts?
What about the fire? What about that fire?
But they haven't shut that down either.
What if they stop
Which
selling
should-
loud?
Yeah.
Which should be interesting because would you consider that essential? Now, do they go back to doing where it's medical?
You shouldn't even want to put nothing in your lungs
Right?
right now because
I
you
would
need the
trust-
strength, right?
Right,
You need the
you
strength
do.
of your lungs, so you shouldn't even want to go smoke anything right now. Nothing. Everything should be off
Cigarettes
limits
is-
when it comes to your
oh.
health because you need the strength right now.
So
Yeah.
you want all
I got
these
allergies,
people
bro.
going through withdrawals at the same time.
No, that's hey,
Hey,
die
No,
die
I'm
or
just-
go to withdrawal. Look, I got
Right.
allergies, so I'm like coughing and sneezing.
Some people
All the
need
time.
marijuana to live.
It's
You
medicine,
understand? It's
man.
medicine. It's from the earth.
medicine,
Man,
man.
you know what
Mold
I'm
lives in it. Mold lives in
Mold
there.
If you
lives in the
run
air.
bad one.
He just said he has asthma. Is he gonna stop breathing
I
because
didn't
of
say I
corona?
had. Who did?
You just said I got asthma.
I don't have
I
asthma.
said allergies. You
Same
took the-
thing.
No way. Wow.
Hey, that's the good doctor. Right? That's a good doctor.
Okay, I'm gonna say this real quick, and it
with
ain't
an
got
A.
nothing to do with what we was talking about.
You
But I
better
think
stop
I
smoking them
think
blunts. Though.
most
They
black
gonna catch your
people
beard
are
on fire.
allergic to marijuana.
You think who?
Black people,
Why you say that?
because everybody I know that smokes marijuana
Don't say that because
talk like they
I
don't
got-
have a nose.
Look, there's a dude named James something on my Facebook, and I started getting into my feelings and deleted him, and then I brought him back because he was telling me. I told him I was allergic to it. He said, "You're not, really, dude." He thinks he knows everything about the plant. Like this dude is the pharmacist. So he's like, man, you ain't what you're allergic to is this and this and this. And you'd you ever say you are? I said, dang. I
Name
said,
one black person that smokes marijuana and don't talk like this when they get high.
Oh, I don't know any.
Everybody I
Not around
know.
it.
That sounds like
fake
something
Gucci
else.
down
That's something else.
That sound like something
Hey, Swing, that guy is not on marijuana,
Anyway,
man.
hey,
My
Right?
man's talking through his nose right now.
we
No.
so look, we got
That's the smooth voice you hear.
Just dumb.
Hey, Sweeng is crazy.
Okay.
Trust me.
You sweating a lot,
We
too.
know everything.
It's hot in here.
What's he on?
I know, right?
We know
Male
everything.
menopause?
Green tea.
We know
Farmers.
all.
got right.
Check it out. We know all your addictions now, just by the ones you
Right?
you argued.
Right?
Everything.
That don't mean it's my
Busted.
addiction.
Say, people need to stop drinking coffee. Man, why they need to do that? Them beans is fresh. Them beans is
That's for my people that smoke. Okay, I got your back, baby.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cigar
I
man
got they
been
back.
dead.
Right.
What's
Yeah.
that dude name used to be on all the little papers? Was
How
it
you know about the
Garcia
paper?
Vega?
How you know about the papers?
Huh? Because I grew up
Garcia
around it.
Vega.
Now you
When it
grew
was
up.
illegal.
Now you grew
Right?
up.
That's his name. Garcia Vega.
Still.
Man,
I
I'm
remember
telling
back
you.
in the day when I was
So
in high
hopefully
school.
this coronavirus clears out,
Yeah.
so
get
we
back to
can go
normal.
back to normal conversations.
Yes.
Because right now I feel like we just like reporting live from NASA.
Right.
Like there's something literally in the air killing people. They don't got no face. It ain't got nothing. One thing that was funny is the people that's having all these myths and what they think's happening. And his brother was in the church and he was broadcasting Sweeng, and he was like, don't be fooled. It ain't the coronavirus that's killing you. It's the virus. What they doing is they giving you the antidote that got the stuff in it that's going to kill you. And I'm going, dog, they haven't found one yet.
Oh wait, let me tell you the new thing I'm hearing. So the reason everything's shutting down and all is because they trying to get us like the flu shot. They're trying to give us a vaccination that got a chip in it, so they'll know everywhere we go.
That's not new, man. That's not new.
No, but that's what it
They
is.
coming.
Hey,
It's propaganda.
This is the bottom line, though. When you start doing that, you start putting false information out
Yeah.
there. You start making people comfortable, and then people stop being careful,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
they catch it. Like the NBA player that played the game,
Right.
and then he ended up getting the game. So my thing is, people shouldn't come to their assumptions. If you're not a lab dude or anything like that, in that, like even the guy, Donald, right? He came on TV and said that they have found the antidote and da-da-da-da. But then actual scientists came apart and said we haven't found any yet.
Right in front of him.
And he put him in there.
Yeah,
And the dude was like, oh, wait.
Which Donald?
Man, don't do
Duck.
that.
Donald Duck?
Yeah.
I
So
rocks with
no,
him.
we're
Yeah.
not doing that. Listen. Anyway, man, we got another song that we gonna go out on. Does anybody got any shout outs? Want to say something?
I just want to say one thing. Really, you guys, along with this coronavirus, please let's nip it in the bud, and the way to do that is to actually wash your hands, social distancing,
Protect yourself.
Protect yourself, protect
gotta
others.
be you and only you, baby.
Yeah. You should have been
jeez.
washing your hands. from the
Anyway,
very beginning.
So let's get
Nasty.
into this song that we're gonna go out with. We see you guys next week. See you.
Yes.
But we will be on the air next week,
Yeah.
or we might be live via cell phone, via whatever.
Who knows?
If they shut the building down, when we out of here.
We still
So
come. We're going to do it on Instagram.
Right.
Come and see the
Yeah.
so we're gonna get into this record, Money
got this-
Making Prince.
Yeah, we got my boy Money Making Prince coming up. Seattle artist.
from
So,
the 37th district.
Yeah, he out here doing his thing. Hopefully he listening in right now. So this one of his songs right here.
1150 KKNW E's Where I See It No Other Way. If it's out there, let's talk about it. Tune in next Friday, man. Check us out, all right?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the old school, man, what would I be though for real? If it wasn't for the old school, I wouldn't be here today. If the from old the central district to the south, man. I wouldn't be here today if the whole school didn't pave the way. If it wasn't for the B-boys and CDF, D-Dub TC looking fresh to death. Shell toe spray can just to tag your set. That's what it really was in the SIX. Before the Crips and Bloods, it was Max and Pence. Before the Clips and drugs, it was fierceness. But my era got polluted with the grimy gangsters that stood in the hood with twisted fingers. Shit, now that was dope beat, make your OD in the mirror trying to resemble your favorite MC. If it wasn't for the old school, you boys would be old news with no rules, outdated like some gold shoe. Be boys still leaning the block, get still feeling like their pockets was bleeding. And I was the drought season, I spit highlights, and it's like MC Pooh. Leave my soul to the game like DJ Screw for the old school. What can I say? I wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't pave the way. If it wasn't for the old school. What can I say? I wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't pave the way. If it wasn't for the old school. What can I say? I wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't pave the way. If it wasn't for the old school. What can I say? I wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't pave the way. wasn't for the Ice Cubes, DOCs, Rakims in the Easy E's, DREs, Tupacs in the BIGs. I don't know where they let I be. I used to bump that shit just to get me by. A little guy back then, but you can catch me on the grind with a boombox and a 5-4 in the waistline. OG respected the kid cause I was so fly, and that's no lie. Before the change up, I was off that too short, trying to knock your dame up. Sitting in my room, bumping gangster music, pen said, "Pep down." That's how them gangsters do it. As I puff the Puget just to get through it, clutching on a 40-ounce the game, I stay true to it. I ain't new to it, I got the heart of a hustler. I was told by the G's in my hood, don't fuck with busters, no. I don't do that shit. I don't fool with them weirdos, I don't do that shit. I don't care how much bread you got. If it wasn't for the old school blood, how your head go knock for the old school. What can I say? I wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't. If it wasn't for the old school, what can I say? I wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't. If it wasn't for the old school, what can I say? I wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't. If it wasn't for the old school, what can I say? I wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't. If it wasn't for the King Crimes, Link Capone's, P-Dogs, and the F's in me, I probably would've never known how to this new dome. A hustle till there ain't no breath in me. Khaki suits and Chuck T's was my G apparel. Catch a beat down fool if that ass was narrow. You remember the Pinto 10s in the high top phase? Jerry curl dripping like in WA's. Bandanas before dudes in Atlanta. Flash like a camera P-Funk. We clap hammer, collect calls from the slammer. Hit your dog from the wall. Send it flicks of bras with no balls or bars. Travel